I was inside a zone when I was working, and it felt good. This chair, I made it during my art class. It was a sculpture class called Sculpture, I think one. And the final project, the professor said that we were just gonna make chairs, and these are supposed to be artisty and stuff. And then she said something. She said, "I know it's very difficult to make a chair, and it's very hard to make a chair, but you get to keep it after the project." And I was like, "What?" And they're gonna provide all the materials, the tools, the workshop space, everything. So it's just me working there, and it's very cool. So I made this chair. I've decided to put like my heart in it, to be honest. Not really my heart thing, I mean, like to work on it honestly, like like to work on it as if I'm gonna take it home. I'm gonna sit on it. I'm not working on it for the professor. I'm working on it for me. I have seen an inspiration chair where they used specific pieces of wood and put them together, and it made a really nice chair. Very similar to this one, same kind of similar idea, and I liked it. And I also liked that I could also modify it. So I've decided to do this. It was a very difficult process, but it was also enjoyable. I cut every single piece of this wood. They all kind of, I think they come in two or three size categories. I have cut them, sand them, glued them. The glue part is a bit tricky, but I made one arm a bit longer than the other one. So, for example, this arm I could do this, right hand. To this arm I could just do this if I want to. So, and the back, this little pillow. One of the advisors, I came into his office and he had a leather. He was like just pulling it out. He's like, "Rawaf, like this." It's like, "I love it." It's like, "Yeah, you can use it." It's like, "I don't know what to use it for, but I'm gonna use it somewhere." Feels Gucci or something. Feels interesting though. I like it. It's good, but it's a bit not that comfortable though. The chair. Um, but I also know that nothing will make this chair more comfortable. So that's why I didn't even say anything. 'Cause, I made this chair. I know it. It's comfortable enough. My name is Rawaf Ahmed. We are in New York, Brooklyn, Williamsburg specifically, East Williamsburg. There you go. I came to the United States in 2013. Remember, it was like a few days after my birthday. I'm 26 at Pace University, and I'm gonna graduate in a few months, about a month and a half. I grew up in semi village or semi city called Al Kharj. Whatever it is I want to identify myself with is not to identify myself with anything. That is the whole core of that is what has been consistent in my life. Looking forward to work with my one of my brothers, and he like handmade stuff. He likes it, and I also found myself to appreciate, handcrafts and skills and stuff like that. I found joy in them. You really lose time. It's the same feeling when I wanna know how to do things if no one else was around to do them for me, because I believe I can learn. I find it very satisfying. Not just the finishing product, which is obviously the goal, but during the process itself is amazing. I get to have time to listen to my favorite podcast, for example, and without any irritation, without feeling regret, without feeling I'm wasting my time, without feeling, I get to experience a lot of little things at the same time. You lose time. Sometimes when you drive, or like sometimes when you ride the subway, right? You, for some reason, don't remember every single moment that was in between you starting to ride the subway and you arriving to your destination. What this means is that you were not bored during that ride because you weren't there or that. But the point is that it's you're focused on one thing, whether it's the present or is it is absolutely not the present. It is very difficult to be the actor and be the audience at the same time. And when you're in the zone, you're not the audience, you're the actor. You don't worry about time. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm doing this. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And definitely I am enough. Really. This is something I have thought about, believed in, I've tested, and I've proved it in the United States. That you don't need anyone. Like, obviously, with the help of people around you, you can thrive and do good and stuff like that. But also simultaneously, uh, the only one who can bring you down is yourself. That's what I realized. This is that even if everyone is against you, you are still enough to overcome any obstacle. I think, yeah. Trying to figure out how to be my own boss and how to make money out of it. This is the route that I've decided to go through. Beginning, if I'm not having money, I'll have to have a side job to bring in money, but it's not going to be my primary job. Yeah, it's not going to be my primary job. I think I can remember an incident where maybe this got sparked. In my elementary school, I remember, I'm not sure which grade though, but I remember there was a an activity one of some of the teachers have decided to collaborate on. And when I was a kid, I didn't know what it was, but it was not classes, so let's just do it. We took like an hour for this activity, and the activity was not everyone in school, just selective from every class, and I was one of them. And they divided us into groups, and then they brought resources. They brought what is Filine? Uh, that whiteboard that you can break it or something. It's not a cardboard. It's like similar, but it's the white one. Foam, something like this. Anyway, that thing, they brought it. They brought razors. They brought gun glue or glue gun. They brought some scissors, paper, pins, and stuff. And they told us, we want you to construct this idea, whatever it is they gave us, and make a model for it. And you don't have to worry about the physics. Just let your imagination go. Something. So we made a lot of crazy stuff that cannot exist in the real world, but it was fun. It was fun to have like a little slide or something, and we used the board. We used a little paper to make the slides around, like the roundabout slide, and then we also decorated more because there's timing. They're like, okay, you need to keep working even if you're done. There's still more time. You need to innovate more, and yeah, so we decided to make a little fountain coming out from the. That was coming back to me. It's very funny. Uh, so the person who would win, I think, the one who had the craziest idea or the one who has the most imagination or something like this. But as far as I remember, that was the first time I've engaged into creating something, or like I've created something out of scratch. That one, it was just me and my imagination. It was just, yeah. Obviously I've worked with with my other group, but I think I was the only one who was most excited about it. I don't want to set goals into myself into like I wanna be there or something. Like there is an idea, I have an idea where I would want to be, but I don't want to draw that idea in my head. I want to just discover it, how it looks like. So that is something. If there is a goal, I would be this: is never draw like exactly where I want to go. It's not fun. I'm not gonna plan my next 3 years. No, I'm gonna plan my next day.